high school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, as you can see, the umpires and coaches are at home plate, exchanging lineups, shaking hands. That's always a good thing to see. Fred Melendez along with Ariel Melendez. More Millville High School baseball coming your way here on Quinn Broadcasting. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and on Channel 22. So glad to see you. Now that you can see us, we're cool as well. An overcast day, and there is a threat of rain throughout the morning and into the early afternoon. So we're getting off to a start where there's no rain or precipitation yet. So hopefully that'll stay away for a good couple hours. I'm not sure if we're going to get the national anthem. They're lining up like the national anthem is coming. But Ariel, we have a Pennsville team who, of course, started the season kind of like in a 500 range. But they're coming into today's game with a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, Pennsville started the season losing 3 of their first 4 games, and that wasn't going to look good for them. It's obviously tough sometimes to recover from that. Well, they've only gone 11-1 since.
Yeah.
If you're counting some of the in-season tournament games they had as well, they had a couple of those that they won, obviously. So they have won the last 10 straight as we'll get ready for the national anthem.
Lovely delivery of the national anthem as we get set for baseball on a Saturday morning here at Mike Trout Field. Millville High School, the site of today's game between Millville and Pennsville. As we mentioned, Pennsville 13-4 coming in. Millville is 10-8, and Millville is on a bit of a streak as a team as well. Yeah, we'll get it out. 7-1 in the last 8 games, and that is since they walk-off win over Vineland here. There's your starting lineup for Pennsville. You're going to be seeing a great deal of Luke Wood. He's their everything player. He's only a freshman, but he leads the team in just about everything, and he's going to be the pitcher for the Pennsville Eagles. He'll be leading off. Batting second, playing left field is Mikey. That's right, Mikey Lapolamento. Batting third and playing center field is Jared Vanderster. In the cleanup spot is the catcher, Nick Pizzeni. Batting fifth and playing second base is J.D. Wilson. Dane Thomas bats sixth. He'll be the third baseman today for the Eagles. The DH is Ryan Morris. He'll bat seventh. Jacob Grant will bat eighth and play first base, and Chase Birchfield in right field. So those are your batting 9 for the Pennsville Eagles as they come in again at 13-4 and on a pretty good winning streak.
And you talk about how much we're going to see out of Luke Wood today. He leads the team, as you said, in just about everything, both on the mound and at the plate. He leads the team with 24 hits. On the season, he's 24 for 55, batting almost 450.
Nice.
He's got 14 RBIs, 12 walks, and 9 stolen bases.
And he'll have to try to get around these players here in the outfield. Left field, Nate Robbins, Wayne Hill, the center fielder, Caden Mulherron for Millville in right field. Left to right in the infield is Matt Meiswinkle at third, Sergio Dras, very good shortstop playing there in that position, Edgar Ramos, the second baseman. David Poppy Rodriguez, he's at first base. Behind the plate, Gavin Shapiro. And another Gavin on the mound, Gavin McGuire, will make the pitching start for Millville. So we are set to get underway, and the chatter begins. So you know you're at a high school baseball field because the chatter is already alive. Not bad for a Saturday morning either.
And a nice way to start this game for McGuire. Strike right down the middle.
Yeah, this is the man that has really been the star player for Pennsville, Luke Wood. He swings through that pitch, so he's in the hole 0-2.
That's what you want to do if you're McGuire, especially against Wood, is fire 2 quick strikes on him. He was a little bit late on that second one.
Yes, he was. And let's see what the payoff pitch here is. He fouls it off.
Good eye there by Wood to stay alive. McGuire certainly fired him early this morning. Have to wonder if he had a good breakfast. Had his Wheaties, as they say.
Yes. Count stays at 0-2. Here's the pitch. Yet sails outside and high. One ball, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter, Luke Wood. I know he received freshman honor this year as well. One of the top freshmen in South Jersey, if not the whole state. Well, he works the count to 2-2.
Yeah, it was just a couple weeks ago. He was, I believe, one of 3 mid-season freshmen of the year for the entire state of New Jersey. Pretty good honor.
Not too bad at all. Not to start a career in high school. Bouncing in, and all of a sudden the count is full.
Yeah, good job by Wood here to work the count after 3 straight strikes and one he had to fight off. But not as good for McGuire, who's thrown 3 straight balls after getting in the 0-2 count.
McGuire sets, comes to the plate, and he walks him. So exactly what you don't want to do is to walk that leadoff batter, and Luke Wood is aboard.
They're going to keep an eye on Wood at first base. They said he's got 9 stolen bases on the season, so he's not afraid to put him in action if need be.
So that'll bring up the left fielder, Mikey Lapalamento. I knew I was going to stumble. As soon as I saw 17 letters in that name, I knew it was going to be a Lapalamento. There he is.
And he puts the bunt out, but he's going to pull it back. Looks like they might be trying a little hit-and-run action. As Shapiro's going to just take a minute with McGuire, talk some things over.
Yeah, we've seen him do that with all the pitchers this year. If he doesn't see something that he likes, he wants to get the pitcher back in a good groove. He always goes to the mound.
And Shapiro's also going to call in his third baseman there, as might have a threat of a bunt again.
2-0 the count, and all of a sudden McGuire has not found the strike zone after 3 strikes, not counting the foul ball, of course, an 0-2 count, and he's now thrown 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone. Wood gets his lead off first base, pitches in for a strike.
I was starting to wonder for a second if we were going to get that strike call.
So McGuire working a 2-1 count. Gets him to swing and fouls it off.
Yeah, 2 straight strikes now for McGuire. Getting a little bit of confidence back, getting back into the strike zone as he had thrown, as you said, 5 straight balls to the Pennsville batters. Could use a big strike right here. The runner on first.
Lapalamento waits the 2-2 pitch. Looks at a ball pretty close.
That's another full count for McGuire. He wants to get the opposite decision of his first at-bat.
Back-to-back walks.
And this is an Eagles team you don't want to put runners on base for. If they haven't been in close games, they've been in quite a bit of blowouts. their last little stretch of wins. So you don't want to give them the opportunity to do that to you, especially early on in the first inning.
Jared Vanderster, the center fielder, steps into the batter's box for the Eagles. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And that pitch misses the strike zone. So, again, McGuire having a tough time finding the strike zone after he looked pretty good after those first 3 pitches. Luke Wood stepping off second base. LaPalamento at first. Ball bounces in. That's going to allow the runners to go. Shapiro doesn't know where it is, and that's typical because once the ball goes up in the air like that, you don't think to look up. And it went straight up in the air behind to his left. So wild pitch. And now 2 runners in scoring position, so the Eagles threatening to score early.
Yeah, what started off as what looked like it was going to be a pretty confident outing for McGuire has gone pretty south pretty quick.
That pitch is a strike.
Nice little framing job there by Shapiro. Got the call inside and high.
2-1 offering is grounded to first. Nice play by Rodriguez. And now they have the runners for a moment stranded, but they get back to their bases. Good job by Rodriguez to recognize, let me get the out first. And if they get off the base far enough, maybe we can make a play. But he got the shore out. That's the important thing. Vanderster is out.
Yeah, nice job there by Rodriguez. He kind of had the fortune of that being hard hit to him as well. And it was pretty close to the base. All he had to do was really take a couple steps. Almost had Wood there. He kind of fell over getting back to third.
Yeah.
And had LaPalamento leaning a bit off second as well. But it's got to feel good for McGuire to get one out and leave the runner stranded thus far.
Pizzeni grounds it foul.
And almost a little fortunate for Millville that did go foul because that most likely was slow enough to let Wood score. So with Millville playing back, they are going to take the outs and give up the runs if possible.
Again, another good framing by Shapiro.
And McGuire's been able to find the strike zone a little bit more than he has his first couple batters. That's a good sign for Millville if he can keep that up.
The 0-2 offering, another one bouncing in. Good job by Shapiro. And that ball, I think, is still alive. It's juggled it, and it wound up going towards the third base side for a minute. Now, as a pitcher, you hope that all the glitches that you're having in this first inning, the wild pitches and whatnot, they end at this inning and you come back in the next inning and get it done. Good pitch there and a strikeout for Gavin McGuire. 2 down.
And that's a huge out for McGuire. We'll take another look. Was able to find the strike zone very consistently in that at bat, aside from obviously the one low ball.
Well, that's the one that bounced in. That's, again, Shapiro doing a good job of keeping it in front of him. And, again, a good framing job for the strike one on J.D. Wilson, the second baseman for the Eagles.
It would be huge for McGuire and Millville, obviously, if he's able to get out of this, leaving the runner stranded at second and third. He's got 1 strike on the batter.
Oh, again,
2 strikes on the batter.
And see, finding his groove. If you get through that tough stretch and you get out of this inning with no damage, it's still a chance for a good bat. There's a swing and a miss. The strikeout by Pizzeni. And he does come back at back-to-back strikeouts. 2 walks to lead off the inning, but those 2 men remain on base at second and third. So quite a comeback job by Gavin McGuire. Here is that last pitch right there. And he had the upper hand in the count. 0-2, J.D. Wilson just trying to protect, and he did not quite succeed on that. So they get out of the inning with no damage. 2 walks and 2 runners left on base. Millville comes to bat in the bottom of the first.
If you suffer from headaches, you are not alone. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief.
high school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Luke Wood doing a little bit of everything for Pennsville this season. Obviously, all the stats are he leads the team in those, and he also is pretty good at the pitching spot. We'll get to that in a minute. First of all, Millville's starting lineup will be pretty much similar that we've seen throughout the year. Sergio Draws, the shortstop, will lead off. Wayne Hill, who leads in just about every offensive category, will bat second, playing center field. The number 3 hitter, first baseman David Rodriguez. He had a home run yesterday to anchor that 4-run rally that helped Millville get on its way against Cedar Creek. Cleanup batter is Gavin Shapiro, the catcher. Batting 5th and playing left field is Nate Robbins. Connor Lacey, the DH, he'll bat 6th. Edgar Ramos, second base, batting 7th. The number 8 hitter is Caden Mulheron, the right fielder for Millville. And at third base, batting 9th, Matt Meiswinkle. So those are the starting 9 for Millville in their lineup.
Yeah, and taking a look at Wood on the season as a pitcher, it's obviously been impressive there as well. In 29 innings pitched, he's given up 14 hits. You might take a look at the runs and wonder if Millville's able to score them. He's given up 13 runs on the year, but only 4 of them are earned. So if you can get his defense in trouble, that could get him in trouble as well. He's also given up 14 walks on the season. So Millville, they can be patient at the plate, might have a chance to draw some walks on him. Yeah, his defense looked like it's been the bigger story for him is only those 4 earned runs out of 13. So if Millville can put the ball in play, he might be able to cause some chaos for Pennsville's defense.
Sergio Draws will look to make that happen on the first pitch. He sails outside for ball 1. Luke Wood ready with the 1-0 pitch. That one sails inside.
And this is certainly what you'd love to see all game if you're Millville, is see Luke Wood a little bit out of control. It doesn't seem like he's been that way most of the season.
Grounded to third. Good pick. Throw across the diamond and a good scoop. So 2 good plays, and the defense on that play looked pretty good. Third baseman Dane Thomas with a nice scoop, and the same for Jacob Grant to collect the ball at first base for out number 1. That'll bring up Wayne Hill. Wayne Hill coming into this game batting .543, 25 hits, 3 homers, 16 runs scored, 20 RBIs, and that probably will be counted as a swing, and it is.
Wayne Hill just losing his footing a little bit. He tried to hold back on the pitch, but I think his momentum took him a little bit too far. You see just a little smirk on his face. Yeah. Not going to show too much emotion up there, but he knows what just happened.
Wayne Hill is very good at expressing himself non-verbally. We've seen a few instances this year where you know what he's feeling.
And he's got himself quickly in an 0-2 count. So Luke Woods certainly got him off balance at the plate.
So now it's time to battle for Wayne Hill. 0-2 pitch. Chopped it off. Foul.
And he's shaking off that foot a little bit. Might have just fouled that off. And of course the foot that doesn't have the guard. And that's the way it goes. You put the guard on one foot, you foul it off the other.
He's got it in the right spot, but you're right. It's the other foot that get hit. Still 0-2 on the count. The pitch by Wood. Grounded foul.
And a good battle here from Hill after starting off 0-2. Fouled off the last couple of pitches. Was able to get a little bit ahead of Woods. I want to say fastball. Looked like it had some heat on it.
So Luke Wood still with the upper hand on this at bat. 0-2 the count. Again, a good job of fouling it off. Just managing to stay alive.
Yeah, at this point, Hill's in pretty much, I'm going to swing at anything I see that's close mode. Now starting off 0-2, you pretty much have to have that mindset of there's anything near my bat, I'm going to swing at it. He's done a really good job of fouling off some pitches.
This is the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Grounded again to third. Again, a good pick, and the throw is in time. So back-to-back ground outs to the third baseman. And Dane Thomas has handled both of them very well.
Yeah, a couple nice plays there at third base and first base, respectively. Both with some nice picks to keep the runners off the bases.
Good shot down to third base, but Thomas able to make the play and a strong throw across. 2 outs. David Rodriguez, the batter, looks at strike one. So Luke Wood is finding the strike zone now.
And a nice little movement it looked like on that pitch. Kind of fooled Rodriguez.
That's outside, 1-1 the count. Rodriguez batting .447 on the season, 17 for 38. Of course, we mentioned he hit that home run yesterday to cap, or to include him in that 4-run rally in the first inning yesterday against Cedar Creek. He went around according to the umpire, so it's 1-2.
Yeah, Wood is starting to find his stride now. He's been pretty deliberate. Get the ball back, and I'm ready to throw another strike.
Sails that one outside, 2-2 the count.
So it's what you don't want. You don't want to get Wood into a groove. I want him to cruise too easily through the inning.
And he gets the strikeout on Rodriguez. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Millville. We are done with one, and there's no score on the board, 0-0, Millville, Pennsville.
I'm Bart Feldman, and this is TNF Camera. We are a full-line photographic studio and camera store. We invite you to come in and take a look at the products and services that we provide, from youth sports, high school sports, school pictures, and a wealth of photographic equipment. The advantages of coming to a store is you have the ability to talk to people and see exactly what you want to purchase beforehand. It's TNF Camera, 1362 South Delsey Drive here in Vineland.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
We head to the second inning, no score in the game. McGuire had a little difficulty in that first inning where he walked the first two batters, but he came back and got the next three batters out, so no damage done by the Eagles. And they will be sending up the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Dane Thomas, the third baseman, will lead off. If you're watching on the Facebook Live or YouTube Live, feel free to press the like button, and you're welcome to make comments as the game goes on. We'd like to know that you're watching. And, of course, if you have any commentary or can let us know where you're watching from, we mention those things as well. Give you credit for being here with us on an early Saturday morning adventure. McGuire ready with the 1-0 pitch. Gets a swing and a miss.
Yeah, nice high heat there from McGuire. Thomas just couldn't lay off.
So the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. He sent that one way outside, and Thomas didn't even come close to hitting that one.
Yeah, some nice heat on that fastball from McGuire. Sometimes you see that high heat and just can't lay off.
He laid off of that one. He's now 2-2 in the count.
Yeah, McGuire tried to slow it down a little bit after blowing the fastball by him, but Thomas thought otherwise.
Popped up, but that one's heading out of play over the first base side. McGuire the pitcher, Thomas the batter. Leading off here in the top of the second inning. Oh, nice pitch, just missed.
And Shapiro definitely wanted that one. You kind of saw him audibly, I don't know if you want to say grunt a little bit, because we'll see it on the replay. Yeah, he wanted that one.
He wanted it. It might have been a little high, but nonetheless, it was a pretty good pitch. And this time he gets the call.
And Thomas thought otherwise as he started to make his way to first base.
That's 3 consecutive strikeouts now for McGuire. So after those 2 walks, the ground out to Rodriguez, first out of the first inning. He's got 3 straight Ks now. And he'll be facing the DH, Ryan Morris. That's lashed down the right field side, but it slices foul. That would have been some trouble. Here in the booth, welcome. Glad to have you with us. If you're watching again on Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live or YouTube Live, feel free to hit the like button and let us know how you feel about the game. Glad that you're watching with us. And, of course, Channel 22, we welcome you as well. On a Saturday morning edition of Millville Baseball here on Quinn Broadcasting. That one's launched pretty deep to left field. Back, and it's off the fence. Robbins juggles it, and it'll be an easy double. So that one was stroked very well by Ryan Morris, and he's pretty pumped up about that.
Yeah, put a really good swing on it. Seemed to keep carrying as it went. Had a chance it might have been a home run. And
that was stroked, though. I mean, he got all that one. Just missed the home run.
And I'm a little interested in the chant that we just heard from the Pennsville bench. It said, "We love Daryl."
Yeah, I guess that might be a nickname because, yeah, I heard the same thing.
I did have to look at the roster for a minute. Like, did I mess up a name somewhere?
And you have to love the passion, man. We love you, man. They certainly love that hit off the fence. 1-out double. Jacob Grant now batting, first baseman for the Eagles, looks at strike one. So again, Eagles have runner in scoring position. McGuire comes to the plate, again bounces it in there. The runner breaks immediately, and he's going to make it rather easily. That was a good read by Morris to notice the ball didn't really get away too far from Shapiro, but he took off as soon as he saw the ball get away, and that's how he got the third.
Yeah, and Morris had a pretty good lead off second as well. And
yeah, see how he took off right away.
Double clutched a little. Yeah, it looks like he kind of didn't make the throw right away and made it pretty easy for Morris's.
That one stroked to right field, and it falls, so run scores, and into second base will go Jacob Grant. So two deep fly balls now, one to the left and one to the right. And Pennsville's on the board. 1-0.
A tough play out there in right field for Mulheron. I look like he caught it originally.
It did.
And then dropped it.
Let's see what happened here.
He never caught it.
Well over his head. Okay.
I was going to say,
So Mulheron did not touch that. A clean double to the fence in right field. Back-to-back doubles, and the Eagles are on the board.
Had a little bit more trouble here for McGuire as well. He's been able to find the strike zone. Eagles have been able to find the outfield.
Well said. Well said. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. Number 9 hitter Chase Birchfield. I think Ryan's thinking that's why we're the A team, right? I just know that's what you're thinking. Swing and a miss. Just having a fun day here on a Saturday morning. And as I always say, it's always a pleasure to have each and every one of you who are watching with us. Let's see what McGuire can do on this at bat. Again, he bounces in a lot of pitches that he's been bouncing in, Ariel, and that's not a good thing to see.
Yeah, not sure if he's just not getting a good grip on the ball. Rain hasn't quite started here yet, so I have to think it's not because the ball's wet or anything, but he's not really able to get a good grip.
Well, he does have a 1-2 count here, and he gets a strikeout. Number 4. The last 4 outs have come down K Boulevard. So he's got a groove in some regards, but again, those wild pitches coming into play as well.
And he definitely got a little help there as well from Birchfield. That was way outside. They'll take that for sure.
Top of the order up. And he's Luke Wood, of course. We mentioned how good a season he's having. He swung, fouled that one off, and immediately did not like himself. He I guess he liked the pitch, and he didn't do what he wanted to do with it. McGuire set for the 0-1 pitch. Bit high for ball 1. Jacob Grant standing at second base after his RBI double. 2 outs in the inning, and again, good pitch to the outside part of the plate. Really had Wood out in front.
Yeah, that's what we've seen a bit from McGuire is when he's able to locate that fastball and put some heat on it, these Eagles batters aren't able to catch up.
Oh, they call it a strike. I waited to see, and they call it a strike 3. So Wood is a strikeout victim. 5 outs in a row by the strikeout route, and here's the pitch again to Wood. Let's see if it's there. It might have been a little outside, but nonetheless, the umpire says, yes, it's there, and that's the only thing that matters. But Pennsville puts 2 hits together, back-to-back doubles, scoring a run and leaving 1 on base. We head to the bottom of the second, and it's the Eagles over the Thunderbolts, 1-0.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Luke Wood working his second inning on the mound for Pennsville. Want to say hello to Lori Carapelli. She's letting us know that she's watching from West Palm Beach, Florida. Glad to have you with us this morning. Millville will send up the middle of their order as Wood created a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first. It'll be Gavin Shapiro, Nate Robbins, and Connor Lacey, the first 3 batters due up from Millville.
Yeah, if you're Millville, you want to put a quick answer to Penville's run in the top of the second. And something tells me with the way the second ended is Wood might have a little aggression behind some of these pitches.
Yeah.
Because he certainly wasn't pleased with the strike 3 call.
That one's fouled straight back. And a good morning to Chris Andrews watching on Facebook Live. He's rooting on the Bolts. 1-1 pitch, fouled off. Now you mentioned that Millville wants to make a quick response. They need to get a base runner. That 1-2-3 first inning. Gavin Spire would like to change the momentum of the offense here with a leadoff play that gets him on board. Check swing apparently, and I think the catcher there, Nick Pizzeni, wanted to make sure. Are you sure he didn't swing? He kind of looked back.
And Wood just went to the first base umpire well after the call.
Yeah.
And the umpire's like, I mean, he called it at the plate, so.
Well, you can ask for a check swing.
He did give the no swing call, but the Eagles catcher-pitcher duo not exactly pleased with that call.
Yep. Ball sails inside, so the count is now full. Again, if you're watching on Facebook Live, feel free to let us know you're watching. And if you like what you're seeing, there's a shot to left field. And it gets past the left fielder as LaPalamento couldn't come up with it. Shapiro will cruise into second base. That was a tough play out there. So I'm leaning towards a base hit. Let's see if he came close to catching this.
It did look like he came pretty close, but that is a tough play either way.
Yeah. Well, we're going to give him a double. That was well hit.
Yeah, live, it looks like we're going to check on the left fielder. I'm not sure if he went crashing into the fence. He might have crashed into the fence going back for it. And immediately we've got trainers and coaches out there, and he's in a lot of pain. Looks like he's pointing towards his chest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he took a hard hit into the fence going back for it. Or even on the dive.
Yeah, I would think it was on the dive because chasing it back to the fence, I don't know how you could crash into the fence running back to it like that. After the ball got past him, you're just trying to get to the ball at the fence. So I would think that injury happened on the dive, and he was good enough to get to the ball and throw it back in. So while they attend to the left fielder, Mike LaPalamento, we'll take a timeout here and be right back in just a bit. Back here at Mike Trout Field, nothing you ever want to see, any kind of injury on the playing field. As we have the looks here, there's the dive, and he's chasing the ball. He looks okay chasing the ball. So I don't know what happened in between the dive, the chasing of the ball, and why he wound up laying flat like that. But Mike LaPalamento is the injured player, so he'll come out of the game. I don't think they didn't drive him off, did they?
No, he drove off it in the athletic cart.
Right.
What was good to see is after he was on the ground for so long, and he was sitting up in the cart on his way out. A good sign. As obviously Pennsville will get all the time they need to warm up a new left fielder.
Well, it looks like they moved Chase Birchfield to left, so that means we have a new right fielder. Number 11 is in the left field spot, and that's Birchfield.
And take a look here. Obviously, J.D. Wilson remains. Actually, J.D. Wilson's moved as well. It looks like he's the center fielder.
Okay.
Grant moves over to second. We've got a wholesale change. When looks like trying to get a look at the first base because we got a lot of changes here on the infield.
Number 12 is the first
Zach
baseman.
Haynes comes into the game. It
Okay.
looks like to go to first.
All right. So I'm guessing he'll be in La Palamento's spot.
Still not sure who's in right field if Birchfield then moved over, but the Eagles making quite a few changes after the injury to La Palamento. That's number 17, Jared Vanderster, out in right field. I think that's it.
Okay.
I think we got everything.
I'll try to look at that in a second. I think we're ready to resume action here. And again, we hope that Mike LaPalamento is okay. Runner at second base for Millville. Nobody out. Second batter of the inning is Nate Robbins. He looks at ball one.
And we got one last change. It's on Millville's side, actually, as Shapiro's not doing the running. That's Kaylon Foster.
Yeah, I keep forgetting they do that, so yeah.
Kaylon Foster doing the running. I was like, it looks a little bit shorter on second base. Wait, that's not Shapiro.
Tries to bunt, fouls it off. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, they do use Kaylon Foster quite a bit to pinch run, especially for Shapiro.
Millville trying to get some speed, obviously.
Yep. Kaylon Foster, his speed and his base running led to a couple runs yesterday, so he is a good pinch runner. Now he slides back into second base as Luke Wood said, "Why weren't you there? Wanted to throw." Again, they spin move it, and he's safe. They kind of telegraphed that was coming, though.
Yeah, Wood kind of keeping an eye on Foster. And, when you look back the first time and can't make the throw, it feels pretty certain you're going to do it again.
Strike is called. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Nate Robbins.
Yeah, with Foster's speed on the bases, Millville certainly trying to manufacture their own run to answer Pennsville.
Peyton O'Brien trying to keep an eye on him from the shortstop spot. Pitch is fouled off, so it remains 1-2. Nate Robbins trying to put the ball in play at the very worst. He wants to move that runner to third. Curveball, and it's a beauty.
And there, no argument from Robbins as he just immediately goes back to dugout. Knew that was a good pitch.
Perfect spot. So Luke Wood showing why he's a pretty good pitcher as well as hitter.
Yeah, when you know you just missed one, I'm just going to go back to the dugout. I'm not even going to make an argument.
Yeah, we'll try again later. Again, the throw, and this one goes into center field. Foster moves to third. The throw is coming, and he will make it.
And Foster showing off that speed as he had to dive into second, but got up quick, and even with that, was still a close play there at third base. He was able to get in just before the throw.
And we'll take a look at here the throw. Again, that's a timing play. Sometimes you don't time it well. Meanwhile, Connor Lacey lifts it to left field. The throw's coming in. The ball is not going to make it. Foster scores another sacrifice fly for Connor Lacey. And even though he'd probably rather have a hit, he's got 3 sacrifice flies in the last 2 days. So RBIs are what matter as well.
And that looked like it was going to be a real close play as we'll take another look as maybe a faster throw. I'm not sure if I want to call it faster or harder. Gets the out at the plate. Foster's off right away.
Look at the break he got off third base, though. That was tremendous. So we're all tied 1-1 now as Millville has responded.
That one comes way inside on Ramos.
Bases are clear. The game is tied, however. Oh, had him well in front of that pitch. Edgar Ramos waving at the breaking pitch, not coming up with it. Two and two the count. Mentioning some of those who are watching with us, Lori Carapelli, Anne-Marie Kopari Johnson. Glad to have you aboard with us, and several others we'll mention you in just a minute. I see that, I don't know if he's a relative of ours, Ariel, but Lage Melendez is watching. Strike is called, and Wood gets the strikeout. 2 strikeouts in an inning, both of them looking for Luke Wood, but Millville does come up and tie the game. Here's that last strike. Again, a good pitch. You can see again why he is their top pitcher. You're going to see that name, Luke Wood, throughout the next 3 years as well, because he's obviously a good player. But Millville does tie the game. 1 hit, 1 run, nobody left. Through 2 innings, it's 1-1, Pennsville and Millville.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you, and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
The Millville Thunderbolts did what they had to do. They responded after Pennsville got the game's first run on the top of the second. They come back and get a run in the bottom of the second. And we are all tied up as we head to the 3rd inning. Pennsville will have the meat of their order up here, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Now this will be Zach Haynes, is that correct? He's number 12. He came in for La Parlamento.
Yes, the umpire's not even sure.
Yeah, well, he was the player that came into the game for the injured La Parlamento.
Yes.
Yeah,
I guess the full set of changes didn't quite get relayed. I mean, it was tough for us to figure out all the changes in the field, but Haynes is the one that checked in, but the umpire coming out, new hitter? And just making sure he's got everything correct as well. Now we'll get this inning underway. Everyone's on the same page.
First pitch of the at-bat, and he nails the helmet.
Welcome to the game, Zach Haynes.
So
nice
that
way to wake you up.
that second position in the Pennsville lineup is not having a good day in terms of, not that there was an injury there, but some things that are not going well physically.
And I'm not sure if we're going to get a warning to McGuire. The umpire kind of came out, had him right in the logo of the helmet. But yeah, the umpire came out and talked to McGuire, so I wonder if we got some kind of warning.
Popped up. Center field, Hill ranging quite a ways to get there, and he makes the catch. But again, that's what your center fielder should do. If he feels like he can get to the ball, he's the field general when it comes to catching the outfield fly. So Wayne Hill taking charge and making play.
Yeah, and that one certainly carried on him, probably a bit more than maybe he thought. But as you say, yeah, the center fielder, if they've got it, and Wayne Hill's a pretty good center fielder out there.
Yes, he is.
He's going to take his opportunity. You saw Mulheron just kind of there just in case.
That pitch is inside, third down the first. Tag is applied, but not in time. And again, Shapiro's he never shies away from throwing the ball to the base if he sees an opening there. Strike is called. So McGuire coming inside on those 2 pitches, and the one, of course, that hit the batter. He's working the inside part of the plate. Popped up, but out of play. Again, we thank everyone watching here with us. We even have Cumberland County, New Jersey watching. It says that right there. Cumberland County, we have you. Terrell Lee, glad to see you this morning. Patricia Gates-Zoyak. Welcome to the broadcast. Joey Veit is watching. Another foul ball. Peggy Ann Ford Holt and Kim Reed. Steve Bowen. Again, we're thanking all of you for watching on Facebook Live. If you like any of the action you see, please comment on what you're seeing as well. Hit the like button. We appreciate all of that. Meanwhile, the count goes to 2-2 on Nick Pizzeni. Pizzeni struck out his first time up. McGuire sets the 2-2 pitch, and he gets him to swing and miss. 6 strikeouts now for McGuire.
And a nice way to come back for McGuire after hitting Haynes. So we'll take a look. Very nice pitch location from McGuire.
And now J.D. Wilson steps into the batter's box. He also struck out to end the first inning. That was that good comeback finish by Gavin McGuire to get out of he led off the first inning with back-to-back walks, but then got the next 3 batters. So good job by McGuire. Oh, he got him the chase there. So, again, as we were saying, if he can just get that groove, get those glitches out of the arm and everything, he can come back and pitch well. He's got 6 strikeouts now since those first 2 walks. That one's outside. Shapiro again throwing down to first base. Rodriguez applying the late tag.
Yeah, Shapiro definitely keeping a good eye on Haynes. I think it's about the second time he's thrown, and McGuire's also thrown over once, so they're keeping an eye on him. That's a beautiful pitch from McGuire. What do I say, right down Broadway?
It just amazes me how you have that early struggle, and then you come back and you settle in, and then you're unhittable almost. Great pitch, right down Broadway again. That one's hit pretty hard, but way foul.
That's almost going to the soccer fields over there.
Tell you what, J.D. Wilson said, nah, I'm going to hit this next one really hard. Unfortunately for him and Pennsville, he pulled it way foul. So the runner at first base there is Zach Haynes. Your batter is J.D. Wilson. 2 outs in the top of the third. 1-1 game so far. Pitch is outside and low. Count 2-2. McGuire looking to finish out this inning with no damage. And he gets him on a nice breaking pitch. Boy, he is mixing up his pitches phenomenally since those first 2 walks. And that'll end the third inning. No runs, hits, or errors. 1 man left, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. Millville will be looking to break this 1-1 tie.
Coffee. Ah, the smell of fresh roasted coffee beans. The aroma, the taste, and the warmth of a fresh hot cup of coffee. It gets the day going. It's a daily ritual for many people. Imagine how much more a fresh taste of God in the morning would get your day off to a great start. Come visit us. We'll tell you how. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Luke Wood back on the mound for the Pennsville Eagles. We are tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And again, we're so glad that you are watching us, whether it's on Channel 22, Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, and Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live. We're very appreciative of all the viewership that we get. We enjoy bringing these games to you, so hopefully you're enjoying the coverage as well. And just keep on tuning in. We'll have other sports throughout the year. Football, of course, coming in the fall. Basketball in the winter, and, of course, baseball here in the spring. So give you plenty of opportunities to watch local athletes here. Millville, of course, seems to always be competitive in just about everything. So it's great to see the young men here doing what they do. First, the batter for the Thunderbolts looks at strike 1. It's Caden Mulherron, the right fielder for Millville. The 0-1 delivery, swing, and a foul tip. So quickly, Wood is in front 0-2. Bouncing in.
And that's what we've seen from Wood these first couple innings is he's very deliberate on the mound. He immediately wants that ball back and wants to throw another pitch quick. He's done a couple times on these Millville batters.
Well, when you have the 0-2 count, you're going to waste a pitch, and I guess that's what that last one was. He's got the count at 1-2, and he gets him to swing. So Mulherron is a strikeout victim, and that's 4 strikeouts for Luke Wood, who came into the game, as we mentioned, with 50 Ks on the season. So make it 54 now. Good breaking pitch.
And it's no surprise why Wood is one of the top freshmen in New Jersey.
Missing low and inside for ball 1 on Matt Meiswickle. The 1-0 offering is grounded foul, third base side. Richard and Helen Myers watching. Appreciate the compliment. Great coverage and great commentating and color commentary. So thank you, Richard and Helen. Appreciate that. Peggy Ann Ford Holt watching from Smoky Mountain area. 2-1 the count now on Matt Meiswinkle. Comes right back with a breaking pitch and gets the plate, so it's 2-2.
Well, we've seen a couple times Wood's got some nice movement on those breaking balls, and he's mixing it well with the fastball, trying to keep Millville's hitters off balance.
And they call it on the inside corner. It's kind of tough from our angle to see where the pitch is from back here, but the umpire calls it a strike. Let's take a look. Matt Meiswinkle is a strikeout victim. Might have been inside, but
he's been consistent with that inside pitch, though. So not as surprising that he did call Meiswinkle out on that one.
Sergio Draws, top of the order now, grounded out to third base his first time up.
And Millville doesn't want to go down 1-2-3 again. They've been able to keep Pennsville close.
And he's going to ground out to third base again. The throw across the diamond in time. So another nice job of handling the bounce by Dane Thomas. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Millville. We are through 3 innings, and both teams have 1 run on the board. Millville Thunderbolt Baseball is brought to you by
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
We move to the top of the 4th inning. Both pitchers finding a bit of a groove as Gavin McGuire, after leading off the game with back-to-back walks, has struck out 7, giving up just the 1 run on the back-to-back doubles by Pennsville in the second. Dane Thomas will be leading off for Pennsville. He is the third baseman. He's made a few nice plays over there at the hot corner. Thomas will be followed by Ryan Morris and then Jacob Grant. Sails high and inside for ball 1. Ball 2. McGuire is firing because you can hear the pop of Shapiro's glove.
Yeah, the heat certainly isn't a problem. It's the location he's having a little trouble with.
That's pretty well smoked to center field. Going back, and it is gone. He got it all, and he put it just about to the deepest part of the field. So Dane Thomas delivers the go-ahead home run, leading off the fourth inning. He got that one and sent it out of here. So everybody at home plate saying, well done. Stomps on the plate, and that is the lead run. It's 2-1 Pennsville. Boy, he nailed it.
Yes, McGuire finally laid one up in there for him, and Thomas made no mistake on it. A little high, but when you get all of it, you certainly get all of it.
Anytime you hit it to that part of the field that deep, you've got it. And Thomas, of course, gets the home run stroll around the bases. 2-1 Pennsville. Ryan Morris fouls off the first pitch. He is the Pennsville DH. He doubled his first time up, and he scored the first run of the game for Pennsville. Next pitch on the way. That's lofted towards right field if it's fair, but it is not.
And McGuire quickly here with an 0-2 count. He'd love to answer that home run with a strikeout of his own. Would be his 8th strikeout.
Yep.
He's able to get it.
Well, again, that's a good character sign for a pitcher. To give up a home run, come right back and strike out the next batter, get back into the groove that he'd rather be in. He's got the 0-2 count right now on Morris. That one sails high. Ball 1-2. You know, you would think that every pitch is an earth-shattering moment. Pennsville really getting into it from the dugout. That one's launched to right field. Ranging under it and making the catch. Good job of flagging that one down by Caden Mulherron.
Not quite a strikeout, but he'll take the out either way.
Absolutely. Pretty good stroke to the opposite field by Morris, but he is the first out of the inning. Ryan Morris slicing it over to the right field side. Got a good piece of it, but Mulherron made the better play.
Yeah, Mulherron was camped under that pretty early. Had to go back just a couple steps, but you'd rather have to go back just a couple steps there. He sized it up pretty well.
Jacob Plant, 1 for 1. He has the RBI double that put Pennsville on the board in the second inning. Somebody had too much coffee or something in the Pennsville dugout. Wow. It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong. It's entertaining.
Couldn't be me this energetic this early.
Oh, my Lord. 1-1 pitch. That one's hit pretty well to center, but Wayne Hill has a beat on it. Cruises under and makes the catch for the second out of the fourth inning. Pennsville getting some good strokes in this inning. All three batters have put the ball in pretty good spots. One of them, of course, left the yard, but the other two were well stroked.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to figure out McGuire. They're getting a lot of hard hits off of him. Obviously, Dane Thomas with the biggest blow of this inning.
Number 9 hitter, Chase Birchfield. He's now the left fielder. McGuire checks in, and he is ready with the first pitch to Birchfield. Missing for a ball. And they say no, no, no.
Yeah, I'm starting to figure that one out. It's 3 no's every time it's a ball. Got that one well timed.
Well, being a DJ, I can hear Ringo Starr applauding that, the No-No song. Yep. That goes way back for those of you who are a little too young to know that. Ringo Starr, No, No, No song. Fouled off. So McGuire has the jump here. 1-2. Trying to end this inning after that home run that gave Pennsville the lead. That one's hit hard, but right to second base. Ramos has it nicely and throws to Rodriguez for the final out of the fourth inning. But the one run coming on the home run ball leading off the inning, Dane Thomas hitting it to center field. And now it's a 2-1 game. Pennsville in front. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth. As we take a look at the big home run, Dane Thomas putting a charge into that ball, and it just kept carrying. And you will see it leave the yard in a second here. Yeah, believe me, it left. And there's the home run trot. So it's 2-1 Pennsville. We'll be right back.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Luke Wood now with the lead once more. Pennsville led 1-0, and now they lead 2-1. Thanks to the home run ball from Dane Thomas.
And Millville certainly got the right part of the order up to try and answer, as they've got 2, 3, 4, Hill, Rodriguez, Shapiro will hope to do some damage.
Hill grounded out to third base his first time up. Looks at strike one.
It's about as good as a pitch as you're probably going to see in this at-bat.
Grounded to short. Bobbled, and with Hill speed, no chance. Shortstop could not come up with it cleanly, so Peyton O'Brien will have to charge him with an error there. That was pretty much in his grasp. But again, watch, Wayne Hill getting out of the box quickly, and that makes all the difference. Look at him speed across the base.
It just bounced up on O'Brien there, and as you said, with the speed of Hill, even if he was able to get it off the bobble, probably no chance to get Hill. Hill didn't really have a lead, but Wood's like, well, I don't really want you to have any of it.
Well, Luke Wood being the left-hander, he's got a good view of first base. David Rodriguez, softball to second. They get the force at first, and they turn a second and double play. So 4-6-3 on the double play, and they erase Hill as well as Rodriguez. Good job of turning the twin kill.
Yeah, the hardest out was obviously going to be Hill's speed going to second, but nice play. Rodriguez tried to leg it out as hard as he could.
Yeah, with the changes, that was actually Jacob Grant, the second baseman. Got the ball to O'Brien, and then the finish of the double play. Meanwhile, Nate Robbins drills a single to left field.
It's actually Shapiro.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Shapiro.
I was going to say Nate Robbins is up now.
Yes, he is.
We're close.
Yes, he is. Shapiro now 2 for 2, double and a single.
And put that just out of the outstretched reach of the shortstop O'Brien. They say hit him where they ain't.
Robbins looked at strike 3 his first time up. Millville trying to compose a 2-out rally here following that double play. Strike is called.
As, of course, Foster now at first base for Shapiro. Shapiro will get ready to get the gear on.
Ball bouncing in, a good block by the catcher, Nick Pizzeni. 1-2 the count on Nate Robbins. Foul ball is called.
Yeah, that kind of bounced off the plate and off of Robbins as well. You see Foster getting his lead. Off first.
Wood steps off, so Foster will trot back to first. Popped up. Who wants it? Looks like Wood's going to take command of it, put it in the glove, and that'll end the inning. So Millville gets the one hit. The double play really puts a damper on the inning for Millville. One man left, and we are done with 4 innings here at Mike Trout Field. Our score is 2-1 Pennsville.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
The Pennsville Eagles leading 2-1 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Gavin McGuire finishing his warm-up pitches, and he'll look to face the top of the order. So Pennsville in a good spot with the order here. 1, 2, 3 batters. Luke Wood, Zach Haynes, and Jared Vanderster. Wood has walked and struck out.
Sometimes we actually just, 5 or 6 no's over there.
Yeah, we'll let the Pennsville people tell you what the pitch is. Foul back. 1-1 the count on Luke Wood.
Yeah, I think I caught about 5, 6, maybe even 7 no's on that one.
Yeah, there were a few more than normal. 1-1 pitch. Oh, Shapiro wanted it badly, and now he just dropped the glove to the ground saying, I can't believe we didn't get a strike call on that. So he's walking away. Good job by Shapiro. Walk away, compose yourself, and then go for the next pitch. That was a pretty good-looking pitch.
And kind of good on him to not make eye contact with the umpire on his way back. Kind of looked up quickly, and you could see the look in his eyes. He wasn't pleased.
Not at all.
Well, you've seen that inside strike called quite a few times, and on both sides, too. The umpire has been pretty consistent with that inside pitch.
McGuire set to deliver a 2-2 offering, and that one bounces in. Count goes full on Luke Wood. McGuire gets the pitch call, and he throws ball 4 in there.
And I'm not sure if Wood was asking if that was ball 4, or I guess, was that ball 4, or was it going to be a strike?
Well, he draws the leadoff walk. He did that to start the game as well.
As again, Shapiro doing a nice job of going out to McGuire on the mound just to settle things down. As we've said many times before, leadoff walks tend to come back to bite you, especially a leadoff walk to the pitcher, but Wood's been really good this year, so I don't know if you can consider him just a pitcher.
Well, he's the leadoff man for a reason. He's a good hitter as well. Came into the game batting .436. One out, no out base runner, leadoff walk, and now Shapiro gets him picked off. Luke Wood just went into no man's land a little too far, and Shapiro saw it, fired a strike, and David Rodriguez applies the tag. So there you see, just a little too far. Even Luke Wood said, oh, man.
Yeah, it looked like they were going for a bunt at the plate, so Wood was kind of off balance. Count
now 1-1 on Zach Haynes.
Yeah, not the play you want if you're Pennsville. You draw the leadoff walk and then get picked off.
Swing and a miss.
Haven't seen him live all season, but have to feel that's pretty uncharacteristic from Wood.
Yeah, I think he might have spun his wheels a little bit trying to get back as well. He was pretty much far off the plate, and that's why Shapiro delivered the strike to first base, and they get the out. Haynes now back in the count 1-2. Pitch is high. 2-2 pitch. That one bouncing in. Is it really necessary to say no when the ball bounces in? So the count is now full for the second straight batter in this inning. Zach Haynes came into the game following the injury in left field. Fouls off the next pitch. Mikey LaPalamento suffering the injury after diving and then going back to the fence to get a ball. Came out of the game and Zach Haynes has come in. He was hit by the pitch the first time up. Just trying to protect the plate. Grounds it to Ramos. Throw to first base is in time.
A nice job by Shapiro to get out from the plate and cover behind first base.
That's just good fundamental baseball when the catcher goes down the line just in case there's a bad throw. 2 outs, nobody on base. Jared Vanderster, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Grounded out to David Rodriguez and flew out to Wayne Hill. That is heading towards Hill. Nice job of just cruising into the out, and it's not exactly a 1-2-3 inning, but pretty close. We are heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's 2-1 Pennsville.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Luke Wood on the mound doing a pretty good job for the Pennsville Eagles. Taking a quick look, he's allowed just the 2 hits in the game. Had the benefit of a double play in the previous inning.
Yeah, Millville's been able to do a pretty good job of, at least for the most part, limiting Pennsville's offense and being able to strand runners if need be. A close game now. They obviously want their offense to start figuring it out. We've still got, obviously, 2 innings for them left after this inning. They want to start getting something going on offense while they've got the game close.
Here's the good batter to do that, Connor Lacey. Been hitting the ball well since being called up to varsity. Came into the game batting .519, 14 for 27, and 15 RBIs. And as we mentioned, the last 2 games, 3 sacrifice fly RBIs now. Right over his head.
Good way to duck out of that one. As much as you want to get a free pass to first base, you don't really want to take it off the head.
No. 1-1 count on Connor Lacey. Luke Wood looks in, gets the sign, and delivers. Stroked in the hole for a base hit to right field.
Found the perfect spot between Haynes and Grant over there.
Good.
That ball was laced.
Good piece of hitting, and you could tell by the sound of the bat how well he hit it. That crack of the bat put it in a good spot where nobody could get to it. So that is the 3rd Millville hit of the game. and the pop-up on the bunt. Edgar Ramos not exactly executing that very well.
Yeah, obviously when you've got the bunt call on, you're going to try and do everything you can to get the bunt, but when it's high in the zone like that,
got to let it go.
Yeah, you almost want to take a strike if it is and see a better pitch.
So that's one out. Caden Mulharen, the batter. Ball bouncing in. Lacey heading to second base. He'll get there easily. So a wild pitch. So what Ramos could not do, Luke Wood did for them. Sorry.
Technically we got the same result.
Yeah,
Just
yes.
not quite the way you wanted
A
it.
little more unconventional, I guess is the saying. 1-1 the count now on Caden Mulharen. 2-1 Pennsville in front. We're here in the bottom of the fifth inning. One down and a runner at second base for Millville. That is Connor Lacey right there.
Yeah, good opportunity here for Mulharen if he can get one to the outfield. You know Lacey's going to be moving.
And Coach Dan Fimiani, more than likely, if it's a good shot, solid shot base hit, he'll probably send Lacey home. Pitch bouncing in, a good job of blocking it by Pizzeni. 2 balls and 1 strike on Caden Mulharen, the Millville right fielder. Swing and a miss, breaking pitch. Boy, when a pitcher possesses a pitch like that, he can make batters look pretty bad.
And there was not a lot Mulharen could do once he kind of realized this. That came in nice and slow, but when you're not really ready for it.
Grounded past Wood. It'll move the runner up to third base. Connor Lacey now standing at third.
Yeah, Millville able to move Lacey on the bases, but with 2 outs, obviously you need a hit to get him to score.
There's that little chopper just past Wood, but a good job by the shortstop cutting across. O'Brien makes the play. Pitch is called a strike. Matt Meiswinkle looked at strike 3 his first time up. One and 1 the count. If Matt Meiswinkle can get on, the top of the order will come up. That would be an advantage for Millville. Let's see if he can do that. 2 outs, runner at third base for the Thunderbolts. Rips it foul to the other side. Again, you have all sorts of avenues by watching here on Facebook Live, Quinn Broadcasting, YouTube Live, and, of course, Channel 22. We are very appreciative of all the people watching. And a swing and a miss. So Luke Wood gets out of it after the hit by Lacey, and it's 1 hit, 1 runner left, no scoring for Millville, so they continue to trail by a 2-1 count. Thunderbolt Baseball is brought to you by...
I'm Bart Feldman, and this is TNF Camera. We are a full-line photographic studio and camera store. We invite you to come in and take a look at the products and services that we provide, from youth sports, high school sports, school pictures, and a wealth of photographic equipment. The advantages of coming to a store is you have the ability to talk to people and see exactly what you want to purchase beforehand. It's TNF Camera, 1362 South Delsey Drive here in Vineland.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
Heading to the 6th inning, Pennsville with a 2-1 lead. That lead coming on a home run by Dane Thomas in the 4th inning. Gavin McGuire. Okay.
Gavin McGuire's day is actually over.
Yep.
Nick Hignett gets his warm-up pitches.
Okay.
So, not a bad afternoon or morning, I guess, still. For McGuire.
Yeah, he finished with 7 strikeouts, allowed just the 2 runs. Got out of some first-inning trouble. But no, he pitched a pretty good game. 3 walks.
As taking a look at the defense, looks like this was just a straight change from Millville. McGuire comes out and Hignett comes in. Doesn't appear to be any other changes.
So Nick Hignett's first pitch sails outside. Pennsville lets him know it was outside. Never.
All right, that was good. I'll give him that one. The never was good. I'll take it.
Nick Pizzeni, the leadoff batter, is now in a favorable count 2-0. He has struck out twice. I guess he's glad to see a new pitcher, although he grounds at the shortstop. Nice backhand by Dross. Throw in time. Boy, we've seen Sergio Dross make so many nice plays at shortstop this year. That's another one.
And that was a hard-hit ball by Pizzeni, but nice go to the backhand for Dross. So he just gets down to 1 knee, just casual. Fires at the first well ahead of Pizzeni.
I was going to say he really fired it out there quickly, and Pizzeni never had a chance to cross the bag. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up J.D. Wilson. Looks at ball 1. Wilson has struck out twice, so he also probably is glad that McGuire is gone. One-oh pitch, swing and a miss. A little heat there.
Yeah, Wilson quite a bit behind Hignett's pitch there. Maybe he's not glad to see another pitcher.
We'll see how the at-bat progresses. Gets it on the outside corner. So Hignett has the jump 1-2.
Yeah, similar to McGuire, if Hignett's able to locate that pitch right on the corner, it's very likely to get the call.
Outside.
Might not get the call that far out, but
no.
Right idea.
Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hignett with an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, Wilson just barely able to get the bat head out on that one, as he's now in a tough battle. Doesn't want to strike out 3 times. McGuire, Hignett trying to get him to do so, which he does.
There you go. It's a rather rough day at the office for J.D. Wilson. First strikeout for Hignett, and there's 2 quick outs. Dane Thomas, who has the big blow in this game right now, he hit the home run that has Pennsville in front. 2-1. Breaking pitch, and he drills it to center field. Hill is back, and he's going to have room this time. Whoa.
Barely.
You know what? That was pretty much the same spot that he hit the home run ball, just a little short this time. So Hignett comes in and gets a 1-2-3 inning as we watch the last play. And again, good job of reading the breaking pitch, and he almost did it again. He hit it pretty far to center, but Wayne Hill is there to make the catch. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Pennsville still enjoys a 2-1 lead.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, we've gotten quite a pitcher's duel today. 2-1 score as Pennsville leads. Heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, Millville with the top of the order up facing Luke Wood. Wood has given up just 3 hits. Struck out 6.
And now's as good a time as ever for Millville to get something together. You don't want to leave it till the last inning. You want to try and get on Wood in this inning if you could.
Wood still firing very effectively, though. Gets the strike call on the first pitch to Sergio Draws. Draws has grounded out twice to third baseman Dane Thomas. That pitch bounces in there. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, that just might have come out of Wood's hand before he was really ready. That one actually bounced before it even got to the batter's box. Just maybe lost the grip on that one, but.
Grounded. That's going to be a base hit to center field. So Sergio Draws does exactly what he needed to do, get the leadoff man on base. Sergio Draws with only the 4th hit off of Luke Wood.
Yeah, Draws there finding just the perfect spot between the second base bag, as there was no chance any of the Eagles were going to be able to get to that one.
Yeah, Draws did a good job of fighting that one off. That was inside on him, and he just fought it off and put it in a good spot. That'll bring up Wayne Hill. First pitch missing.
He thought about the throw to first.
Hill is 0 for 2. He did reach base on an error his last time up, but Pennsville erased him with a double play ball. Popped up. Shortstop O'Brien ranging under it, and he makes the easy catch. 1 down here in the 6th. Let's see if Rodriguez can put a charge into one. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Nailed a home run yesterday. This would be a good spot for him to do it again. Looks at one, and it's called a ball.
Yeah, good layoff of the pitch there from Rodriguez.
Luke Wood looking in for the sign, shakes off a few pitches, and now Rodriguez calls time.
A good job there by Rodriguez. You obviously don't want to stand up at the plate for too long without a pitch.
Strike is called. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sergio Draws with a leadoff single, stands at first base. Wood comes to the plate and fires a strike. I see, if I were Pennsville, why aren't they yelling, yes, 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 when Luke does the strike thing? I would think that equal opportunity. Now a swing and a miss and no chance to advance to first base on the strikeout. Second time that David Rodriguez has struck out, and that's 2 outs here in the 6th.
Yeah, tough go at the plate for Rodriguez, as until that swing, which I think you can see on camera, wasn't his best work. Rodriguez wasn't even able to get the bat off his shoulder before that.
Yeah, and it was well outside, so that was a pitcher's pitch, and that's a pitcher's pitch too. That looked like it was inside from the angle we just had. Shapiro having a pretty good afternoon, though. And he's going to have his 3rd hit of the game. Slaps it into right field. Draws will have to just move up 1 base as the right fielder got back to it quickly. And see, we did have some changes, so let's see. The right fielder now, I believe, is Jared Vanderster.
Yeah, I think that was the last change we weren't quite sure of. As Pennsville obviously made a lot of defensive changes after they injured Lapalamento.
So runners at first and second, 2 outs. Nate Robbins looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. Missing. Quite a football career here at Millville for Nate Robbins. Should mention, as we expect, Kalon Foster is now the pinch runner at first base for Shapiro. Two balls, no strikes on Nate Robbins. Strike is called this time.
A big spot here for Robbins, as he certainly would like that first hit of the game. He'd also like an RBI as well.
Swing and a miss. Some good heat from Wood.
And Robbins is going to have to protect here and be careful of that outside pitch. Got Rodriguez to swing out of his shoes and might be looking for the same thing with Robbins.
Yeah, I would think he's trying to get him to chase outside here. Let's see. Yep, bounces it in, so it's a full count. And what that does is give Millville a chance to send the runners on this next pitch.
Yeah, if Rodriguez is to put a charge into anything, you have a feeling Millville might be sending that runner.
Runners break. Strike three is called. And Wood just pumps double time, getting a key strikeout, his 8th K of the game. He didn't try to do anything fancy here with the full count. He just came after him. It was a bit of a breaking pitch, but that was a sweetheart of a pitch, caught the outside corner. 8 strikeouts now in the game for Luke Wood. And we head to the 7th inning. Pennsville continues to lead 2-1. Thunderbolt Baseball is brought to you by
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
So we head to the 7th inning. Pennsville will be trying to pad their 2-1 lead, looking for some insurance, making it difficult for Millville to come up in the bottom of the 7th and final regulation inning to get the game tied. But we'll see how it pans out, as Pennsville does have the bottom of the order up. Ryan Morris, who doubled and scored the game's first run for Pennsville, and he's also flied out to right. 2-0. Hignet's 2-0 pitch, hit to center field. Hill turns one way, then the other way, and camps under it to make the catch.
Yeah, Hignett a little lucky on that one, as he kind of laid that out perfectly for Morris. Have to feel fortunate that one stayed in the yard.
That'll bring up Jacob Grant. He was part of that second inning rally that led to Pennsville's first run. Back-to-back doubles by Morris and Grant got the Pennsville Eagles on the scoreboard. Looks at one outside.
Yeah, Shapiro did his best to try and just hold that one there a couple extra seconds. Try to get the call.
Hignet's delivery again outside and high. Never.
That's, I think,
I
the
like
best
never
part.
more than that. Yeah.
I think it's the best part. I like when there's a slight delay between the no and the never. You hear no, no, no. 1, 2, never.
Yes, yes. Hignet's 2-1 offering is called a strike.
Nice job to battle back here in this count by Hignett.
Nick Hignett in relief of the starter, Gavin McGuire. That's launched into right field. Not too much movement necessary for Caden Mulherron to put it away. 2 outs. So Hignett's doing exactly what you need to do. You got the bottom of the order up. You want to take care of them 1, 2, 3 if you can. And so far, we're 2/3 of the way there. Chase Birchfield has struck out and grounded out, so he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, if you can avoid turning the lineup over, especially when you have Luke Wood leading off, if you can avoid putting him up to bat, you're putting yourself in a pretty good situation for the bottom of the 7th.
Hignet's 1-0 pitch. Strike is called. That one sails outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Chase Birchfield. Slap to shortstop, draws, waits for it, pumps it across to first base, and we are done with the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Eagles. Last chance for the Thunderbolts. They trail 2-1. Let's see if they can put a rally together to at least tie the game or maybe win it in walk-off fashion. Good ground ball to shortstop. Draws nice and simply, gets it over to first base to retire the side.
Coffee. Ah, the smell of fresh roasted coffee beans. The aroma, the taste, and the warmth of a fresh hot cup of coffee. It gets the day going. It's a daily ritual for many people. Imagine how much more a fresh taste of God in the morning would get your day off to a great start. Come visit us. We'll tell you how. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Luke Wood, through the first 6 innings, allowed just 1 run. He has given up a few hits lately, 2 hits in that last inning, although Millville didn't quite capitalize on that. Millville will send up Connor Lacey, Edgar Ramos, and Caden Mulherron to bat here in the 7th inning. Lacey is 1 for 2, looks at strike 1, singled his last time up. Wound up being stranded at third base. Checks his swing, and the ball is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Slashed down the left field side, out of play.
Yeah, Millville obviously towards the bottom of their order, 6, 7, 8 up. Obviously, they want to turn the lineup over because if they're able to turn the lineup over, probably means some pretty good offense has happened.
Oh, and Lacey chases one in the dirt, burning up to first base, but play is made, 2-3. That is the catcher, of course, Nick Pizzeni, getting it to the first baseman, who is now Zach Haynes.
Luke Wood's been able to do that to a couple batters.
Yeah.
Lacey was well out in front of that one, similar to the play by Rodriguez last inning.
Yeah.
It's not what you want if you're Millville's to give him outs. He's done plenty well on his own with that. You don't want to give them to him as well.
Edgar Ramos looked at strike 3 his first time up, and then an infield fly to Wood. 2 quick strikes on Ramos. And he just fires it for his 10th strikeout of the game. And 3 straight strikeouts now for Luke Wood.
And as you've probably been able to hear all game long, heard the Eagles bench right before that, finish him.
He's just firing now. He can sense it, he can smell it, he can taste it. All those senses are now coming to Luke Wood on the mound. He can finish it, yes. He's just reaching back and firing now.
Yeah, Wood certainly hasn't tired at all during this game. Still able to fire those strikes, and he's ready to finish this one off.
Well, he is certainly living up to the billing. He came in as Pennsville's leader in a lot of things, and now a base hit, so the game stays alive. Caden Mulherron gets a good hold of one and sends a single to left field, so Millville still with a pulse.
As obviously, Kaylon Foster is going to get a run here. Millville will put the speed on the bases.
Well, they hope they can bring him in because he is the tying run. Matt Meiswinkle has struck out twice today. You'd like to change that. Be a good spot for him to do it here.
Got to keep an eye on Foster here. With 2 outs, you have to wonder if they're going to try and put it in motion. And he is lucky that that was not a good throw.
Luke Wood had him dead to rights, but the throw wasn't quite there, and Foster gets back. Now, again, Foster does not cheat himself on leads from first base, but he nearly got picked. Strike is called. I understand Wood keeping an eye on Foster because he does represent the tying run, but the way he's firing at the tail end of this game, I'd just go after the batter. Just like that. Off-speed pitch had Matt Meiswinkle way in front.
Yeah, I have to wonder if now he's going to fire one in it, and Meiswinkle kind of off balance. Might as well just fire one in there.
Foster gets his lead, and there you go. Luke Wood, we talked about it at the beginning, and he did it again on the mound for sure. That is 11 strikeouts to end the game on the 11th K right here. Mulherrin couldn't come up with it. So Luke Wood gets the job done on the mound. That's right. Matt Meiswinkle was the strikeout victim there. So Pennsville comes up with a gritty 2-1 win. And they have now won 11 straight games, 14-4 in the season. Millville is 10-9 as the two teams shake hands after this game. Little post-game activity coming up in just a minute. Our final, once again, Pennsville wins this one over Millville 2-1. Thunderbolt Baseball is brought to you by
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, we expected a very competitive game, and we got one. A very tight pitcher's duel, if you will. Final score reading Pennsville 2 and Millville 1. And Luke Wood really lived up to the I don't want to say hype. What we read about him was pretty impressive. 50 strikeouts coming into this game, and he added 11 today. So 61 strikeouts for the season. Luke Wood, a super freshman, didn't do anything offensively. He's led Pennsville offensively throughout the year. He walked twice, but that was it for that. But really, his pitching was what dominated today's performance.
Yeah, and you talk about how much we've read about him, and as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, there's a reason he was named one of, I believe, 3 midseason freshmen of the year for the state of New Jersey. Came in 29 innings pitched, 14 hits, 13 runs. You mentioned only 4 of those earned. 50 Ks as well, as you mentioned, moves up into the 60 mark. With strikeouts now, as we got exactly what was advertised. From when he was very deliberate on the mound. He was ready to fire. He had a lot of the mobile hitters off balance. He He was able to kind of mix his pitches, fastball and breaking ball. I think that last inning, he pretty much was pretty confident on that fastball.
Yeah, and he had a few people chasing as well. He had David Rodriguez chasing. We had Matt Meiswinkle chased and Edgar Ramos. He just had everybody off balance. Even though Millville did get 6 hits off of him, they didn't really do much damage other than the 1 run that they got in the second inning, which tied the game. Pennsville scored first on back-to-back doubles in the second inning by Ryan Morris and Jacob Grant. Millville responded. They got the double from Gavin Shapiro. Kalan Foster came in to pinch run, and Connor Lacey delivered a sacrifice fly for Millville's only run. That tied the game after 2 innings at 1-1. But the difference in the scoreboard came in the 4th inning, a leadoff home run by Dane Thomas, who made some pretty good plays defensively at third base as well. He hit the home run to center field, and that stood up as the game-winning blow. Luke Wood did the rest, and Pennsville comes away with a 2-1 victory. We're going to try to get Luke Wood for our star of the game, and stay with us as we look forward to talking to him and seeing how his freshman year has developed. I think he's got to be pretty happy about it. We'll be right back.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Back here at Mike Trout Field, Pennsville with the 2-1 victory in a close pitching matchup as we've got our star of the game, Luke Wood, a freshman having quite the incredible season so far. Take a look at just a couple of your stats off today. 6 hits, no walks, 11 Ks, brings you to 61 strikeouts on the season. You were just recently named one of 3 midseason freshmen of the year. Just kind of talk about the season that you've had. It just seems like you've been pretty confident right off the bat.
Yeah, I've always just had that kind of like confidence in me. And we started the season off a little rocky. Got blown out 3 straight games that we definitely could have won. But We just keep getting better as the season goes on, and I've gotten a lot better at throwing strikes, mixing pitches, and everything. But yeah, everything's just really like taking an uphill.
Yeah, and you talk about the way you guys started the season, starting off 1-3, and then just kind of firing on all cylinders after that. You've gone 11-1 since, and now this is your 11th win in a row. Let's kind of talk about the confidence this team has. Obviously, you start off in a tough stretch, but just to be able to fight back after that, especially to win 11 straight, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really start the season off that well, but came back and started winning some games, and we're like school with a small town. We only have 18 kids on our roster, and we've kind of just like always played like we have a target on our back. So we kind of come to every game knowing we're just as good, if not better, than that team, and we just scratch and claw until the game's over.
Yeah, and this was certainly a close matchup between you and the Thunderbolts. Obviously a good pitching matchup as well between the two sides. Kind of taking a look at your work we'll kind of take a look at your 7th inning here. We're going to take a look at each strikeout. This is the first one right there to Edgar Ramos. Just kind of take us through that last inning. You were really firing. You certainly weren't afraid to throw the fastball.
No, I mean, that last inning had the adrenaline pumping, so fastball just felt really well. Everything else was working all game, so arm felt really good that last inning, so I was just letting fastballs fly.
Yeah, you talk about kind of the adrenaline running. Obviously, it was a close game right until the end, and you were just kind of ready to get this team off the field.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to stay around here anymore. I'm hungry.
I was going to say, an early morning game, does that kind of change your strategy or how you get ready for a game, to play on an early morning?
I just show up and play. There's no really anything different than if it was at 4 p.m. or 10 a.m.
We'll take a look at the final strikeout as you were able to get Matt Meiswinkle just on a real good heat down the middle. As we'll kind of take a look at it right here. As you could certainly tell the adrenaline was pumping for this one. It's just fired it right down the middle. And we'll see the excitement as you just stomp off the plate. As you said, hungry and ready to get this one over with.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to go fastball there, and I knew he wasn't going to hit it because I was going to throw it as hard as I can right over the plate.
Yeah, and that's certainly, you talk like a very confident, a confident player. Obviously, hard to tell that this is your first season there at Pennsville. So you said, just going through a couple of your stats once again, 6 hits, no walks, 11 strikeouts on the day. That brings you up to 61 strikeouts. And just kind of last couple to kind of wrap it up as well. Sure, you guys are ready to go. As you said, you're hungry and ready to leave this one. It's a close one for Millville, just dropping a 2-1 game over at Pennsville. Just a last question, just to kind of make sure everything's good. We saw LaPalamento go down there early on. Have you guys had a chance to talk to him and kind of see what's going on?
We think that he either dislocated or broke something, his wrist or his thumb. Hoping he's okay.
Yeah, obviously as well, we'll kind of send our well wishes to LaPalamento as well. As we kind of wrap things up here, we're going to take a quick break, have some final thoughts. We'll wrap this one up. That's Luke Wood, our player of the game. 11 strikeouts on the day brings him to 61 on the season. And we'll be right back after this.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Back again here at Mike Trout Field, Millville High School. It was a very competitive game right to the end, but basically as we had our start of the game talk about, he just got better as the game went on, and taking a quick look at what Luke Wood did there, his last 5 outs registered in the game were all strikeouts. to give him the 11 Ks. 6-hitter, that's a lot of hits, but Millville really didn't stack them together in any one inning. They had the one scoring inning where Gavin Shapiro led off with a double and wound up scoring on a sacrifice fly. A couple of innings where they had a couple of hits, but they didn't really string anything together, and that was because Luke Wood got the job done. They turned a double play in this game as well. Third baseman who hit the game-winning home run, Dane Thomas did a good job of defensive, and he provided the punch with the center field home run. So a great baseball game to watch. If you like those kind of pitcher duels, it was entertaining. It didn't lag at all. So a lot of times you see a game like this, you feel like it's lagging, but a very competitive game right to the end, and Pennsville comes up with a 2-1 win.
Yeah, and going back to a couple of things that Wood said, is obviously a very confident player. Coming into his first season for Pennsville, and you heard him talk about that last strikeout. I knew I was going to strike him out. I knew he wasn't going to hit it, because I was going to fire it as hard as I could, and that's kind of what you've seen from Wood all season. As obviously we haven't been able to see him live until this game, but you can tell that confidence that he goes to up to the mound, and how he does just get better as the game goes on. He doesn't seem to tire. He doesn't seem to lag at all. He's always going to fire that strike in, and when he's ready to end the game, when he's ready to go eat, as he said, he's going to fire him, and he's going to strike out most likely.
Yep. He fed off the Millville bats, of course, for the 11 Ks. Now he'll get a good late breakfast or early lunch or whatever it is he's going to have. But, he does have the kind of confidence that you want to see in your pitchers. He just took command and got it done with the 11 strikeouts. And nonetheless, a good game to watch, a good game to broadcast. We want to thank those of you who joined us on any one of the avenues that we do broadcast on, Channel 22, Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, and Quinn Broadcasting YouTube. Want to give credit where credit is due. Our director, producer, I give you both hats because you do just about everything for us. Ryan Narowski, of course, getting it done on the production side of things. Also, we want to give thanks to our graphics and intros guy, George Cuccia, and Pastor Richard F. Myers. Cameras today were operated by Ozzie Maury, Dylan Reed, and Joseph Filler. So those are the people that worked the game for us. Yours truly, Fred Melendez, along with Ariel Melendez. We enjoyed bringing the ball game. It wasn't the result that Millville wanted, but a good game nonetheless. Our final score, Millville loses to Pennsville 2-1. Pennsville now with 11 straight wins. Of course, next week we have a couple of games for you. The prep is in town, so we'll see how the Millville Thunderbolts fare against the St. Augustine Hermits. That's going to be a tough game, but we'll see how it all pans out. Again, we thank you for watching. Have a great Saturday and a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.